Okay, so today's topic is command line argument. Okay, so first, what is command line argument? Anyone know? If yes, tell me. What is command line argument? What is command line argument? Very important topic. Okay, so answer is the argument which passing from command prompt is called command line argument. Simply, you can say that the argument which passing from command prompt is called command line argument. Okay. For example, let's say there's some class coding and then public static void main string args. Okay. So this is command line argument. This string args is a command line argument. Let's say if we take or if we pass the value like this, Java and then coding, and we pass some values, for example, A, B, and C. Okay. So if we pass the value A, B, and C, whenever we passing these value na, whenever we passing these value, we are just calling this class. Which class? Coding class. From where? From command prompt. Okay. With these arguments, Java will create one string array. With these arguments, Java will create what? Java will create one string array and passing by this, like for example, see that. There's a string array. Like this. And I pass value like this, A, B, and C. Okay. So what happened? With these argument, Java will create a string array. This is a string array. Okay. And by passing this string array by arguments, like public static void main, this one, Java is responsible to invoke main method. Okay. Java is always responsible to invoke main method by passing these arguments. Like this. This will create a string array like this. And Java is always responsible to invoke main method. Okay. With what value? If I ask, like who is responsible to create this array? JVM. Who is responsible to create this array? JVM. Okay. And with what value? The value which are passing from command prompt, right? Okay. Now within the main method, how you can differentiate this value? With main method, how you can differentiate these value A, B, C? So you know what happened? If we write like this or pass argument like this, Java coding A, B, C, then what will happen? This A will become args0. Okay, this A will become args0. This is very important to know. Very important. Okay. Then what happened? This B will become args1. Like this. This C will become what? Args2. Wait. Okay. So what happened? Okay. So how you can differentiate these values? So this A will become args0, this B will become args1, and this C will become args2. Okay. Now, clear this. Hmm. Now, if I want to know number of command line argument, then if I want to know number of command lines argument, then we have to write like this. Args dot length equals to, what's the length of this command line argument? 3. We are passing three value, na? A, B, C. So the length of this command line argument is 3. So whenever we write like this, args dot length, it will return the value of length of the command line argument. Okay. Now, Okay. So now there is one question. Question is, why command line argument is always string type? You guys may ask, why command line argument is always string type? Why it's always a string type? Why don't you take it like int type or double type or long type? Why it's always string type? What is the reason? We always write string and ask like string array, we always take string array. What's the reason? You can say in Java, if you can consider any program in Java, the most common use of object is a string object. Any program, the most common use of object in Java is string object. It's like approx 70 or 30% difference in string and other object like this. 70%. 30%. So if we talk about the string object now, if we talk about string object, common use of object in most of the program in Java is string object. This is string object and 30% we use other object. Okay. So the number of string object we are using is more than compared with the other objects. It's like more than other objects. 70%, approx 70% we are using only string objects, and only 30% are there we are using other objects. Okay. So why we giving priority for string? Why we giving priority for string? Reason is for this. Reason is, you know what? Okay, someone mentioned something. Because 70% uses, no. Tell me something like, what's the reason? Why we giving always priority to the string? It is possible to convert any other object with a string, like string to other object. It is possible. Yes, it is possible. It is possible. It is always possible to convert string to like any other type. It is always possible. String to Boolean type, it is possible to convert or not? Yes, it is possible. String to int type, it is possible to convert? Yes, it's possible. String to any other type, we are able to convert. It's simple as that. String to any other type. That's why we give the priority for the string type for the command line argument, right? That's the reason we give priority for the string type, because we can convert string to any other type. Any other type, string to int, string to Boolean, string to long, any type. Okay, so if we pass any other type of data, no problem, we can convert it explicitly. Explicitly means you have to make effort to convert it, and implicitly means automatic. So if we pass any other type of data, we can convert it explicitly. Okay, and how we can convert, we'll discuss later. First, focus on this. Okay. Now, any doubts till now? You all can ask if any doubts till now. Okay, no doubt. So let me give an example so that you guys can better understand. Okay, let take a class coding. Okay, so class coding. Public static void main string array, and inside this I'm going to execute one loop, for loop. Okay, for int I equals to 0, let's take like I less than equals to parse dot length. Okay, and then I plus plus. Okay, so I'm going to print this arguments, so system dot out dot println. So what I have to print, this args. Okay, so I'm going to print this args. So this is the program. Okay, how we can invoke, how to invoke this? There are several cases. Okay, let me discuss all the case. So case 1, if I pass argument like this. Okay, you guys tell me how to pass argument. Just tell me. I think you all are mute, right? Okay, now you guys tell me how to invoke or how to call. If I want to pass, I'm giving a situation. Okay, if I want to pass argument A, B, C, D, then how to invoke? Tell me, someone. See, you can invoke like this or pass value like this. You have to write Java and then class name, coding, and I want to pass 4 value A, B, C, D. Okay, so A, B, C, and D, and then press enter. This is first case. Second case, if I want to invoke like this, coding, and then pass only two values, A and B. Okay, and then enter. There's another case, case 3. If I pass value like this, or nothing to pass. So three cases are there to invoke this command line argument. Okay, can you guys tell me what will be the output if I invoke like this Java coding A, B, C, D? What will be the output for the above program? You can unmute yourself.
First case A, B, C, D, that is output.
First A, B, C, D. Okay, second.
AB.
Second A, B.
Okay, and third. In case 3,
0.
not 0. In LATs,
I mean,
what? Okay, see. In
Three.
first case, A, B, C, D will be the output. Okay, you guys are right. So output is A, B, C, and D. In second case, output will be only A and B because we are passing only two arguments, A and B. So output will be A and B.
Null.
In third, yeah, in third case, output will be nothing. Why? Because we pass nothing. So there is no output, not 0. There is no output. Okay, don't confuse in this. There is no output. Now, if we run this code, there is a runtime error. Okay, when you run this code now, there is a runtime error. What will be the error? Error is what? Array index out of bond exception. There is runtime error called what? Array index out of bonds exception. Why? In second case also, same error. Runtime. And in third also.
Why means we are giving the length numbers only.
Because we are giving the, what's the reason? Tell me. We are giving.
Required number.
Why this error? Array index out of bond exception. Why this? Let's take example of case 1. Okay, in case 1, what will happen? If we take case 1 example, so case 1 is what? We are passing 4 value A, B, C, D. Okay, so for this, what will happen? We execute loop like this. For int I equals to 0, I less than equals to 4. Why 4? Because we are passing 4 values A, B, C, D. Okay, and then I plus plus. Inside this SOPLN, we are printing arguments I. Okay, Now, what will happen to it? If I equals to 0, like we initialize I equals to 0, it checks the condition. I less than 4, yes, condition is true. So if condition is true, what value it will print? It will print args value of 0, args 0. Okay. Then I will increment to 1. Again, it checks I less than equals to 4. Yes, again condition is true because 1 is less than 4. So what value it will print?
Progress
Args
of 1.
1. So args 0 is what? Args 0 A, args 1 B. Okay. So args 0 will print A, args 1 will print B. Again I increment. So I became 2. Again it check 2 less than 4. Yes, condition again satisfied. So it will print args 2, which is C. Again I increment to 3. It checks condition 3 less than equals to 4. Yes, again condition satisfied. Again it will print args 3, which is D. Again I plus plus, it become 4. And when it check the condition, 4 is less than equals to 4. Yes, again condition satisfied because 4 is less than equals to 4. But where's the value? Where is the
There is
value
no
of
value.
args4? There is no value. That's why we will get this error. This is the reason why we getting this array index out of bound exception. This is the only reason, because there is no value of args4 and we are passing like this. And condition is I less than equals to args dot length. Are you guys getting any doubt till now? Now you all understand why we are getting array like this, array index out of bound exception. This is the reason. This is the reason. Okay. Now tell me, if I replace less than equals to with only less than, then what happens?
Then no exception. No exception.
No
ABC.
errors.
Then there is no any output will be same. Output will remain same, that A, B, C, D, and for 2 arguments that A, B, for no arguments there is nothing. But now if you change this condition now, you will not get runtime exception like this array index out of bound, because now you change this I is less than args dot length. So now it will not check condition to 4. It will stop here. So there is no any runtime exception. Okay. Clear? Any doubt? Ask me. If any doubt, you can
Clear,
ask
ma'am.
me. Clear now?
Yeah, clear.
Okay. So now only 3 minutes approx left. Okay. So I'm going to show you this program. Okay. How to pass. So first, let me save this. This is session 5, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes. Session 5. Session 5.
Okay. Let me copy. I'm going to change the class name to code only. Okay. My screen is visible. You all can see command prompt screen.
Yes,
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 ma'am.
yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. So my class name is code, right? There's some error. I think. Oh,
Madam, condition also change, madam. ARGS is written.
again, same problem, no?
Condition parlu.
Yeah. I wrote. Okay. Now, okay.
Yes.
Okay. So my program compiled successfully. Now I'm going to pass argument. So how to first we have to write Java code and then value. Let's say A, B, C. Okay. And then enter. Okay. So see, it will print A, B, C output. Okay. And this values passed to command line argument. So output